I need to fix that. I really need to fix that. There's just so much stuff going on there that's not great with the timing and stuff. Anyway, hey Nuggets, welcome to the food truck. My name's Ruka. How's it going? Happy Saturday week. Oh, jeez. For some reason, I thought today was Friday. I'm not entirely sure why, but I thought today was Friday. Technically, it's my Friday. Because Saturday is like the last day of the work week for me. So it's technically my Friday, but it also is technically Saturday. Right, I kind of forgot about that. I actually kind of forgot about that. But anyway. Hello! Hello! There we go. Uh, it has been a while since the last snack review, I feel like. Maybe. Actually, how long ago was the last one? A month ago? Less than a month ago? I don't even know anymore. At least this snack review is within the month of February, because the last two snack reviews weren't even in the same month that I reviewed them in, because it came in late. At least this one is kind of sort of ish on time ish. Then again, I don't exactly what do you call it? I don't exactly expect this to come in like during what do you call it? Valentine's, which is what this is for. Valentine's snack box. Also, I've been noticing that the TokyoTreat snack boxes. No offense to TokyoTreat on this one, but then again, I'm not sponsored. But I'm going to criticize you as much as as much as I can. But I feel like the earlier TokyoTreat snack boxes were a little bit more creative. These days, they're all the same orange box. At least ever since maybe not summer. I wonder if this is just a regular box. Maybe there's just a regular box unless there's like a special occasion kind of thing going on. Because I seem to remember it being different for Halloween and Christmas. But all the other boxes look the same. But then again, I guess the Sakurako boxes were pretty much the same thing too. So there is that. So there is that. But yeah, there is something I want to like show you guys before we get started. But I think I'm gonna wait a little bit because we may. I need feedback. I need feedback for this little demonstration. I feel like I have a way now to be able to do cooking streams in the actual kitchen and not in my bedroom, because that's where the food streams have been up to now. Uh, Mainly because do I even have a cord long enough to get there? I do not actually. Okay, well I still don't have a way to do food streams on the in the actual kitchen. I could have sworn that this cord was longer. I guess it's not as long as I thought it was. Okay. eventually, eventually we'll be able to do actual cooking in the kitchen. Hey, Lacats, welcome. How's it going? How's it going? Okay, and the chat is not showing up because Stream Elements is being dumb. At this point, I should just not use Stream Elements at all, because Stream Elements is just not helping. It's just not showing up at all. But Streamlabs always seems to work, but Stream Elements doesn't. I'm not entirely sure why. But yeah, I do have. Well, I have. I guess I have at least one half of the puzzle to be able to actually stream in the kitchen. At least in the kitchen, I don't have to set up too much stuff. Everything is there. Uh, because whenever I do like a cooking stream in my bedroom, I have to like get the table out, get the lights out, set up the camera, set everything else up, set the burner and everything else, and it's a huge it's a huge undertaking. At least for the food review, or at least any food review, snack review, it's really easy. I just plop down the thing in front of the camera, and more or less that's it. There's a few other things I have to put down, but it's not like a bigger ordeal than, you know, actually cooking, because I got to bring the ingredients in, make sure everything's cold. Oh crap, I just remembered I forgot one thing in the fridge. I'm gonna get that later. Because it does have to be cool, but I do have like a cooler and stuff for it. This is what happens when you set up an hour before stream. But again, I took a nap, so I needed that nap. I feel better now. If I didn't take a nap, I wouldn't feel as good. That's all I'll say. But yeah, quick little mic check, okay? Quick little mic check. I'm not talking about the mic right now that you're hearing from. It's gonna be a different mic, okay? It's gonna sound a little bit different. I want you to tell me if it's good enough to use. Tell me if it's good enough to use. Because this is the mic I'm planning to use for the kitchen if I'm able to actually go there. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to think of a plan B. I got this for something else, but hopefully this is passable. Okay? A sec. All right, I have now switched mics. How is the audio? I tested it before, but I want to know what it sounds like to you guys. I know it's a little different. It's not quite as crispy, but is it actually passable? That's the main thing. Because this mic is supposed to be used for a camera, and I used it. I used it for that. It works much better in that system, but it doesn't work quite well for OBS. The O is quite telling. Yeah, I'm guessing it's not that great, but I don't really have many options. I guess the other option would be to actually just get a laptop. And I don't have a laptop. Can hear you, but maybe up the volume a bit. Here's the problem. The volume is maxed out. The volume is maxed out. I already have like 2 gain filters on this thing. If I increase it anymore, it's gonna go crazy high. Okay, let's switch back to the actual good mic. We're back to the actual good mic now. All right, I'm gonna put the other mic away. That told me everything I needed to know. Unfortunate that's the case, but I had a feeling that was going to be the case. So I got this, like I said, I got this from my camera, right? So I'm gonna be going on a trip in about 8 months. In October, I'm gonna be going on a trip in October, and I want to like do a vlog kind of thing. So I got a mic for my camera because, you know, I feel like it would be better to get that kind of sound quality. And that was the mic I'm using for the camera. It actually works better with the camera, but OBS apparently not so great. It's not the use case that they were imagining for it to be used, but thought I'd give it a try. I guess my only other option now is to actually get a laptop. Laptops are expensive. Not gonna lie, laptops are expensive. I could buy one right now, but yeah, I gotta find another use for the laptop other than just stream. Because it's like, I mean, I would do it right now if I could. I mean, I would do it right now, but it's like, is it worth it? Do I get a laptop just for stream? I was also thinking of like I'd be able to like use a laptop while I'm traveling, so that I can maybe stream while I'm traveling, do work while I'm traveling, question mark. But it's not like something I really want to do, because when I'm traveling, I just kind of want to relax. And I'm looking at the travel schedule for when I actually go on the trip, and it's like, it's gonna be busy. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do much of anything. So it's like, what's the use case here? I guess the other thing I could do is just like get a Raspberry Pi, jury rig a Raspberry Pi to be able to stream. I don't know how well that's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work at all. But maybe I could like do a Raspberry Pi stream. It's like setting up a Raspberry Pi for streaming. That would be something. I don't know if I do it, but that'd be something. Anyway, so today we have the February TokyoTreat 2023 snack box. If no one here knows what TokyoTreat is, it's like a snack box, kind of like Boxu. You probably have heard of Boxu. It's probably one of the more... Boxu is probably like the more not popular, but you hear it a lot more than TokyoTreat or Sakurako. But from what I've seen, Sakurako and TokyoTreat snack boxes seem to be a little bit higher quality than Baksu is. Also, you seem to get a little bit more local Japanese stuff with those boxes compared to the other one, which from what I've seen is like, yeah, it's kind of sort of the same as all the other kind of sort of the same as this snack box, but more common stuff. I don't know. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it or not. But anyway, we got the crap. But anyway, we got the February snack box for this month, thankfully. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and move over to the snack box. We'll check out the pamphlet as we always do before we actually dive into the snacks and see how they are. All right. I'm also gonna have to grab a what do you call it? The drink that came with a snack box. With every snack box from TokyoTreat, it seems like they always have a ramen, some sort of drink, and Kit Kat. Those are the three things you will always find. And then the rest is like random stuff depending on the theme. But let me go ahead and move my stuff, and I'll see you at the table. Alright, noise gate is off, camera is also being moved. I'm gonna move all this stuff first before I start doing anything else. So the noise gate is gonna be off. For anyone who hasn't been to one of these snack review stuff, the noise gate is gonna be off because there's some like really crunchy stuff, really delicate sounds I want you to hear. Most of the time the noise gate is off because holy crap, my PC is noisy. Anyway, be right back really quick. So be right back really quick. I'm gonna be coming in with a drink that came with the snack box. And the snack box drink is usually warm, so I have to like cool it, otherwise it doesn't work too well. Alright, I'm back. I totally forgot to do this earlier, but here we are now. Here we are now. Ah! Okay, camera is not... Why is the camera there? Hold up. There's gonna be a little noise. There's gonna be a little bit noise from the mic. Okay, I think we're good. I can see you just barely through the mic boom. It's always a weird thing whenever I do this. All right, so today is the February 2023 TokyoTreat snack box, and I need to put the camera somewhere that can see me. Okay, so 2023 snack box, and let's see. So they like I mentioned earlier, the boxes haven't been too impressive, so I'm not going to go over it unless there's something interesting going on there. But for the pamphlet, so they always have a pamphlet with these snack boxes, so we'll go ahead and look through this before we actually do the snacks. And I think there's like a little insert here I got to take out first. There we go. That's for me. That's for me. I haven't actually seen what the snacks are, so we'll go through it together. Snackin' Valentine, TokyoTreat, Volume 87. Volume 87, I guess I've been doing this for quite a while. So they do show you a preview about what the snacks are going to be, and I need the light over here, please. A little closer. Thank you. So, as expected, February, there's a lot of chocolate stuff. These are probably little chocolate candy canes here. Puree. I think I've had these before. These are like little fruit jelly filled gummies. Really good. I guess we also have some chips, more chocolate. Strawberry and chocolate seems to be the theme. And also, One spicy noodles. One spicy noodles to set your heart on fire, apparently. Alright. Valentine's Day is in Japan. Okay. I don't think there's really anything different about Valentine's Day in Japan, minus the giri choco and the homemade choco, the obligation chocolate, and the true love choco. Yeah, the spicy ramen's kind of out of place, but they put a ramen with every single box, so they gotta do something. I actually would have appreciated it if they did like a chocolate ramen. I know that chocolate ramen exists in the restaurants in Japan, or at least one restaurant, just one restaurant. But I think that would be a little bit difficult to do in, what do you call this? In instant ramen form. So you get what you get. Yeah, if you watched enough anime or seen enough Japanese media of any sort, you know how Valentine's works in Japan. Giri choco, homemade choco, and then of course there's White Day in March, where the guy is supposed to give back, I think 3 or 10 times the amount of chocolate, or in value, I think, supposedly, I don't know, back to whoever gave him the chocolate. I don't know who decided that amount, but it feels a little disproportional, if you ask me. Guide to Valentine's chocolate giving is your chocolate for yourself. Yes, jibun choco. Your choco. Okay, I didn't know there was a schematic here for the chocolate giving stuff. No. Are you friends outside of work school? No. Do you have a crush on them? No, giri choco. But if you do have a crush on them, it's homemade choco. As long as there's a crush, it's homemade. But if there's no crush, it's giri. Tomo choco. Ah, this is for friends. Okay. Are you friends? Yes. Do you have a crush on them? No. Friend choco. Okay, I haven't heard of that one, but it makes sense. It makes sense. Oh yeah, Starbucks. If you've ever seen Starbucks in Japan or have heard of Starbucks in Japan, they do a lot of seasonal items. They do a lot of seasonal items. Like, if it's Sakura season, there's gonna be a lot of cherry blossom stuff. If it's like this one, Valentine's, there's going to be a lot of strawberry and chocolate. If it's fall or Halloween, they do a lot of sweet potato and pumpkin. How can they tell the difference though? It's all the same chocolate. Well, it's the intent, right? It's the intent. What do you intend the chocolate to be? And I don't know if anyone actually like specifies the type of chocolate whenever they actually give it to people. Maybe some do, but it's the intent. Let me get some water. I'm a little thirsty. But the thing is that usually the cheaper the chocolate, the more it leans to either friend or obligation, which is what giri is. But the more expensive the chocolate, or like let's say it's handmade, the more likely it's going to be closer to homemade. But at least that's my impression. That's my impression. It may or may not actually be true anymore. Who knows? Who actually knows anymore? I mean, I feel like a lot of our Japanese trivia facts are 10 to 20 years old now, and no one really knows, unless you live in Japan itself, if some of this is still even true. I wouldn't doubt some of this is still true, but I feel like some of it might also have gone out of fashion. I have no idea. Okay, so Starbucks. I guess there's a bunch of chocolate stuff. I don't see any strawberry stuff unless this ruby chocolate cake has a little bit of strawberry in it. But I think the main thing about with Starbucks, though, other than the flavors of their stuff, is the goods, the merchandise. You have Valentine's themed tumblers, cups, mugs. Sakura season, you also have like those kinds of themes. It's really neat. Honestly, it's not just Starbucks, but any place in Japan that has like that does like seasonal merchandising or seasonal food, that kind of thing, I really, really appreciate, because a lot of times outside of Japan you don't see that. Like maybe in other Asian countries they will do that, but let's say in the West, or even in the US, you hardly see any seasonal merchandising. Yeah, whenever Valentine's comes in, there's chocolate everywhere, but do the shops do anything special for Valentine's? I don't think so. It's just basically chocolate season, and that's really it. Yeah, and even if it's, I mean, I would expect like some sort of fruit also, but I feel like Japan's just better at merchandising than most places are. Beats me. That's my impression. Anyway, so like I said, in every single box of this, you have a Kit Kat. In this one, they have a Daifuku Kit Kat. I think so. Daifuku is like the mochi with a filling. For us, typically we usually just say anything that looks like a mochi is a mochi, right? Regardless of whether it has a filling or not. But in Japan, specifically, if it has a filling, that's a daifuku. It's the mochi is just the chewy rice part on the outside. But if it has a filling, it's daifuku. So you can have a lot of different daifuku. You can have like strawberry daifuku, chocolate daifuku. Red bean daifuku is like the most common because red bean is freaking everywhere. To my dismay. So this is supposed to be a Daifuku Kit Kat. It does look like it's going to be like a white chocolate. I don't know how the flavor is going to be, but the Kit Kat flavors that we've had so far have all been pretty accurate to what they wanted to be. So that's going to be interesting to see. Oh no. Oh no. So we're getting some chips today. The chips are going to be plum chips. If you never had like plum chips before, umeboshi chips typically. Yeah, umeboshi, sour plum, preserved plum chips. It is really strong. It is not my favorite flavor. It's a little bit of hit or miss typically. For me, most of the time, I don't like it. But in this case, it may be good, it may be not. We will see. We will see. I don't know why they decided on that, but we will see. Petite grape gummy. Okay, so this one, the petite grape gummy, you see this maybe in most Asian markets. Like you probably have seen like the puree gummies before. If you have, it's nothing new. If you haven't, then it's like the gummy with a little jelly filling in the inside. It's really actually good. It's really good. It's a little expensive, but it's good. Koo peach jelly drink. I've seen this before. Nothing really special to say about this, but we will. I mean, it's basically jelly in drinkable form. But I'll show you later at the end of the stream because you gotta have the drink at the end of the stream. What it actually looks like. It's actually pretty. It's actually pretty refreshing. So it's nice. And then we have the rice crackers. Sugar, spice, everything nice. I guess soy sauce and honey. Okay, so this is soy sauce and honey. No actual spice in here for the rice crackers. I feel like there's nothing gonna be special about this, but I've never seen this brand before, so it may be pretty good, or it just might be average. It might just be average at worst. Strawberry buffet in Japan. I don't think I've heard of a strawberry buffet in Japan, but they do have dessert buffets, and I've never actually been to a dessert buffet, but they do exist. I don't know why you want to do that, but there is this stereotype. Maybe stereotype is a excuse me, water. Why am I so? Why am I running out of water so quickly? Yeah, so I've never been to a dessert buffet in Japan before. I know it exists, mainly I think in the big cities because that's where they usually are. Like, Tokyo most likely has them. I don't know about Osaka. Possibly they might have some. But in general though, dessert buffets exist, but most of the time you will only see women there. There's a thing, I don't know if it's a stereotype or it's just a thing, but desserts, women, sweet stuff, they tend to market the dessert buffets to women, or maybe the women just happen to go to dessert buffets more than guys do. Or maybe if the guy is interested in going to a dessert buffet, you don't see them that often because sweets equals women apparently. I would do it just to give the stuff a try. But the thing is, why would you have a buffet just for desserts? I do not understand, but I am willing to try if given the opportunity. But in this case, there is a strawberry in a bunch of different desserts. I guess cakes, panna cotta, cheesecakes, lots of other parfaits, strawberry theme. This is what I'm talking about when I say Japan does seasonal themes. Like around February, March is, I guess, strawberry season. So you will see a lot of strawberries. I think the strawberry themes go all the way up to, when is Sakura season? I want to say Sakura season is March to April, but you might see strawberries up to maybe the end of March. But I think it's more so February and March. Not sure because I don't usually hear about it, but I do know they do have seasons for fruits and stuff. It would be interesting though to give it a try. So because of the strawberries here, we have a Ginza rusk. I'm not okay. We've had a rusk on stream before. I'm still not sure what a rusk is. I'm assuming it's kind of like a chocolate bark or something. Hold up, I need to adjust this light. It's a little dark. There we go. I think that's a little better. I think a rusk is kind of like a chocolate bark or a peanut butter bark or something like that. Or peanut brittle. So it's probably going to be the same thing. I'm actually kind of interested to see how that's going to turn out. I think if you look at the texture here at the bottom, it's probably going to be like hollow? Not hollow, but foamy. It's probably like foamy and like hardened foam. Mini strawberry thunder. Oh, okay. So I've had the thunder chocolate stuff before. Actually pretty good. I don't think I've had the strawberry version, so that's gonna be interesting. Mini asparagus biscuit? But why is it strawberry? Huh. Oh wait, there is no asparagus in these strawberry flavored biscuits, they're just shaped like them. Oh. But what? Sticks? Asparagus stick? Okay. Okay, so it's just strawberry flavored biscuits. They're named mini asparagus because of the shape. I don't think they really look that much like asparagus, but okay, we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. Shrimp senbei. I don't know if you can call this senbei because the little shrimp crackers. If you ever seen these before, Asian grocery store, there's a lot of different shrimp crackers and different brands. I guess Oishi is like one of the more famous, more common shrimp cracker brands. I haven't had this particular brand before. It must be a local Japanese brand, so we'll see how good it is. Kinako. Oh my gosh, I love Kinako. I love Kinako. Kinako is basically this Okinawan. Oh man, I might be thinking of something else. If this one I'm thinking of, it's probably like this Okinawan brown sugar treat that is like really, really soft. Not soft, but it's hollow, it's huge, and it's very, very satisfying to bite into. Not because it's crunchy or anything, but because it's like, it just kind of collapses in your mouth and it's like, great. I don't know if it's the same one I'm thinking of, but if it is, that's gonna be good. I'm a fan of Kinako actually. I'm a fan of Kinako. Under my umbrella, Japan's obsession with Gasa. Oh yeah, you probably have seen this before too. The love umbrella. You write two people's name under the love umbrella. I don't know where that came from. Apparently, there's a. Okay, so there's a little history here. Apparently, there's a romance gesture back in the Edo period when women weren't allowed to be seen in public with men except if they forgot their umbrella. That's probably where it came from. I didn't know that. But it's, okay. Kind of weird how it turned into a romance thing, but that's pretty neat. Chocolate cake. It kind of looks like a moon pie. You've probably seen the latte moon pies before. Excuse me. And looks like we got something similar. I know Japan has their own version of moon pies, but I think there's like a different local brand. So be interested to see how that works out. Love umbrella chocolate. Just basically little candy cane chocolate thingies. They're more for kids than anything, but it's fun. I think that'll be fun. Pacula soft wafers. I think I've seen something like this before, or maybe this particular one before. But basically they're like wafers with like little chocolate cream typically in the middle. They're not usually liquid. There's kind of like foam-ish kind of thing. But it's really fun to eat. And, you know, it's not just in Japan. There's also other places that have the same sort of a thing. But I do wonder what the quality of this is like, so that's going to be interesting. Spicy peanuts with rice crackers. Okay. Nothing to say there. Nothing to say there. It's just like random sweet, and then you got spicy peanuts with rice crackers. Okay. Spicy ramen, karai spicy ramen. This is going to be great. I don't know. Well, I don't usually see spicy ramen in Japan, in instant form or restaurants. In the restaurants, yeah, sure, you can make it spicy by adding a bunch of like red peppers and stuff like that. There is this one ramen shop in Tokyo. I forget where exactly. I've been there before. But there's one ramen shop in Tokyo that does like really spicy ramen where you can like customize how nummy you want the flavor to be and how spicy you want it to be. When I say nummy, it's like it's a little tingly feeling that you get whenever you eat it. I think that's from peppercorns or something like that. And then the spices, you know, the cayenne pepper, chili pepper, whatever they use, capsaicin even. I don't know, but it's spicy ramen is, I feel like, kind of rare in Japan, so this will be interesting to try. Though why in February, I have no idea. And then if you have some Valentine's date ideas, I guess there's places in Tokyo. There's always gardens everywhere, which is kind of neat. East Gardens of the Imperial Palace. I've actually never been to the Imperial Palace before, so that would be pretty interesting to go to at some point. I see there's like a planetarium. There's also Atago Green Hills in Roppongi. I've never been to Roppongi. I usually stay away from Roppongi just because that's mostly where a lot of bars are, and I'm not really a bar person. But there is that. Nagasaki Lantern Festival in February. Okay, that's random, but okay, that's actually kind of neat. If you're ever in Japan in late January to early February, drop by Nagasaki in the south of Japan, and they'll have like these floats. Well, I think they're floats. I think they're like giant floats and stuff. I know they do something similar up in the Tohoku region with the where it's like giant floats, giant like paper mache stuff on floats, which is actually kind of neat. I actually was able to see that on one of my previous trips. I should show some pictures sometime. Whenever I can get around to doing another Japan Talk Zatsu, we'll do that. Because I want to do that again. You just gotta find a day now to actually do the Zatsus for that. Zetsubun, you probably have heard about this. Throwing soybeans at demons in earlier February. I don't know what that's actually for. Time to cleanse any bad energy and welcome the fresh start of spring, except spring doesn't start until like at least March. So why do you do it in February? Well, I guess you can call this like the Japanese version of Groundhog's Day. that's basically it. I think that's a Japanese version of Groundhog Day. It just happens to be oni and beans. So there is that. And then the end of the pamphlet where you can like look up other stuff. If you actually want to do their contest, you can actually win like some goods from them. But you can also buy them directly. But you know, winning is still much better. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of water. I think that's everything as far as the pamphlet is concerned. I'm anticipating a lot of sweets, so we're gonna have a lot of sweets here. Okay, so we have the Kit Kat. I'm gonna save this near the end because I don't want to be like Kit Kat first thing during the stream. So this is gonna go to the side. Let's go ahead though and try the chips, the plum chips. I'm not looking forward to this, but I need a little salt in my mouth right now. So hopefully this will give it to me. Let's see, packaging, it just tells you they're the umeboshi pickled plum stuff. Let's see, 55 grams, 310 calories if you eat the entire bag. Okay. That's nothing too interesting though. I'm trying not to like open it through the side because it's going to be hard to seal back later. So jeez. Okay, it's a little hard to open. I'm just going to use scissors. No, I refuse. I refuse. There we go. Okay, I think I made it worse. Oh well. Oh well. Okay, so chips. Let me smell it really quick. Yep. It's the pickled plum flavor isn't very strong. I don't really smell it. It's there. It smells mostly salt and a little bit of pickled plum. So this might not be too strong. I'm hoping they're not too strong, but this is from like a really good chip brand, so nothing too interesting with the pickled plum chips themselves. You may or may not be able to see it. Let me see. Let me see if we can shine some light on this. It might be a little hard to see on camera, but there's a very, very faint pink color. Let me get another light really quick. Because apparently 2 lights are not enough. We gotta get the handheld light too. Okay. Alright, so hopefully it's a little bit easier to see, but you might be able to see like a little faint pink dust powder on the chips. I'm guessing that's the umeboshi flavoring. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm using all the lights I can and trying not to drown it out. But that's the best we can do, so I think there's also a little bit of seaweed sprinkles here. There's a little bit of there, which is kind of interesting thing to do. I see also some salt crystals, pink salt crystals. That's probably the umeboshi, and not Himalayan salt or anything like that. Okay, all right, let's give it a try then. Crispy, very starchy, like most Japanese chips are. For some reason, compared to like, if you compare this to like Lay's chips, like Lay's chips are oily, they're crispy, kettle cooked typically is gonna be like that. These ones, starchy. The chips are usually starchy. It's not a bad thing. I actually quite like the starchy chips they have, but not everyone does. The umeboshi flavor. Let me try this one again. It's not very strong. It's not very strong. If I compare this to like a salt and vinegar it's actually lighter in the sourness compared to salt and vinegar, which is actually kind of surprising. Because usually umeboshi chips are, well, I guess it depends on who makes them, just like the salt and vinegar stuff. This one in particular though isn't very strong. Isn't very strong. So actually not bad. The umeboshi flavor though is still kind of there. Of course it would be. I'm not a huge fan of it to begin with. But it being this week, let me try a third one so I can get the impression there. It's actually quite pleasant. It's a little sweet, it's a little sour. You don't really taste the salt like you would salt and vinegar. It's very light, which I'm appreciating right now because I know how strong this stuff can be. So this one I'm gonna give a, that's a recommend right there. Would I get it for myself? Absolutely not. I would not get this for myself, but if it were presented to me, I would not hesitate to eat it. Just because of umeboshi, yet again. Alright, that's good. We're gonna do the ramen like midway through, so I'm just gonna set that aside for now. Alright, okay, so here's the shrimp crackers. I'm gonna save that also for a little later. I kind of want to try this this kids candy thing right now. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. Let's see, how do I open this darn thing? Okay, oh, I just kind of twist it. Before I open it though, you can kind of see how small this is. It's kind of like barely the size of my, it's barely the size of my hand right here. And it's like little pellets, multicolored pellets, but they probably don't taste any different from each other. Kind of like the M&Ms. So they're probably it's going to be the same sort of thing. And it has this little, let me see. It's got this little duck character thing on the candy cane. Not sure who that is, but Suteki Choco is what the duck is saying apparently. Apparently the duck is saying Suteki Choco. It's good chocolate or nice chocolate. I don't know in what sense they're saying. Let's see, calories. 22 calories. There's 5 grams of chocolate over here. Okay, so not a whole lot of chocolate. I mean, I kind of expected that, but 22 calories. That's, you can eat an entire thing of this and not feel guilty. But now the question is, how do I open it? How do I open? Oh, twist it. Twist. Okay, how do I open this without spilling it everywhere? That's the other question. Ah! Okay, not a whole lot spilled, just two little things. Just 2 little thingies. I'm trying to retrieve them. I'm trying to retrieve them. Come back. Come back. Come, that's slippery. That's slippery. Okay, you go back in there for now, because I need to show something. I need to show something. Okay, so it wasn't really a twisting thing that I should have done. I could have just pulled it out, because you look, excuse me. If you look at this, it's kind of like a little cork thing, and there's really no screws here, so it's like pop. That's kind of how it's supposed to do. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this in my hand. Should not melt in my hand, hopefully. And then let's close this before any more escape. Alright, tiny little chocolates. Let's try to get it right in front of the camera. I know the lighting's a little dark. I can't do much about it. Actually, no. Can I do something about it? Hold up. Maybe I can do something about the lighting. Hold up. I know I was having camera issues before stream when I was setting up, but maybe I can make it. Oh, nope, that's too bright. Ah, crap. I'm gonna have to get you before you get lost in there and get splashed by other stuff. Where are you? Alright. Here we go. Okay, so that's a lot better now. That's a lot crispier camera quality now. Okay, you see this? You see this? They're like really tiny. They're very tiny, but they're really cute. Ah, it's not little chocolate stuff. Hold up. Crap. I'm trying to like cut one of them in half. Oh, it is chocolate stuff. Oh, wait. Hold up. Hold up. The camera, yeah, it's very crunchy. If you eat like a few of these at a time, it's gonna be even better. But I'm trying to show you the insides. This is why I get the high quality camera, so I can show you all the little fine details that you don't see normally. Here you go. So I cut one of these things in half, and you can kind of see there's a little bit of a chocolate center there. It's like really, really small, and the shell is really, really thin to the point where you think that there might not be anything inside, but there is, which is very, very neat, I feel like. But they're very small, they're very crunchy, and my hand is a little sweaty, so I think some of the food coloring is rubbing off of my palms here. So they won't melt, but the food coloring will, if your hands are warm and sweaty enough, they will come off. But they're very crunchy, and I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Now, if you're lucky enough to find this in Japan, like let's say you ever drop by in Japan, you'll probably find this in a grocery store or a little candy shop. You're probably not going to be paying more than maybe 50 yen for these, unless the prices of these are like really jacked up. But if you find them, grab a few. They're really fun, and they're really good. Like, it's not the best chocolate you've ever had, but they're fun to eat. So I feel like that's something. I feel like that's something. Highly recommended if you can ever find one of these things. Okay. I feel another sweet coming. We'll do the chocolate bars later. We'll do the chocolate bars later. Kinako. I want to save that for later. Okay, let's do this one. The peanuts. Okay, I wasn't expecting the peanuts to be this small, but it is peanuts. So, what was I expecting? Peanuts with some rice crackers. Do they have any nutrition information? They do not, but this is like 5 grams worth of stuff. So I can't imagine this being too filling. This is kind of like single packaging. The thing with TokyoTreat that they do is they give you like full size single serve packaging of whatever that snack is, and this is the full size single serve stuff of whatever the snack is. This probably came in like a long chain of stuff, and they just peel it apart and then put it in the box. But it's still single serve. So, all right, let's give it a shot. At least it's better than some snack boxes where it's like they probably would get like a big box, and then everything's like individually wrapped, and get like a little sample of everything. I think this is better in that regard. So it's a little bit more worth it. Okay, nothing unusual with the smell, nothing to note about the smell. It does look very orange. This one looks very orange. And where are the peanuts? I don't see any peanuts in the actual thing here. Not that I'm disappointed, because I'm not really a huge peanut fan. Oh, there's the peanuts. You might be able to see this. The peanuts are actually embedded, I think, in the rice cracker. I don't think I've seen that before, but it wouldn't be too unusual. Okay, so it's not like crunchy. It's kind of like you bite into it and it kind of, it kind of smushes, which I don't think I see often enough with rice crackers. But if you've ever had a Cheeto, it's kind of like the big the big Cheetos, where it's kind of like you bite into it and it has that sort of mouthfeel. I don't know how to describe it. Fibery, foamy. I'm not sure how else to describe it. There's peanuts embedded into these, so peanut allergy probably not a good thing. But if you don't have a peanut allergy, you don't really notice the peanuts in general. Just know that it's there. Oh, I think it's supposed to be a little bit spicy. It's not spicy, but there is a little bit of spice. It's like a little bit of peanut flavor, a little bit of spice. Is there supposed to be cheese in this? Let me double check. I feel like there's cheese in here, but I don't think there is. Let's see. Which one is it? It's this one. Spicy, wheat, peanut, soy, egg, dairy, cream, shrub. Not too spicy. Yeah, it's not too spicy at all. No cheese, as far as I could tell. But you might be able to fool yourself to think like it's like a mini Cheeto. But it's pretty good though. Very good. Not a huge recommend, but it's not a bad one either. It's like, if you can find it, great. It's a nice little snack. If you can't find it, you're not really missing a whole bunch. But it's like I think it's like one of the more unique little rice cracker peanut snacks I've seen. So that's a good one. Okay. I'm thinking dessert right now. Let's do the mini asparagus biscuits. Mini asparagus biscuits with no asparagus whatsoever. It is strawberry season. There's a lot of so there's supposed to be strawberry flavor in here. 22 grams. So barely one serving. 120 calories for those 22 grams. Good thing we're only snacking today and like taking little pieces of everything. Alright, nothing else with the packaging that I can see. Expires in September. Not sure what GB means, but expires in September. Oh, that was easy to open. Compared to the chips it was. Ooh. There's a really strong strawberry scent in this thing. Now there doesn't seem to be a whole lot. Like if you kind of peek into here, if you kind of peek into there, there's not a whole lot of biscuits, but the strawberry scent's pretty strong. So hopefully that makes up for it. The biscuits though, I just barely touched them, and it feels like there's something on here. It's a little bit, it feels like sugary. I was kind of expecting the outside to be a little bit drier, but there's something with a little bit moisture out here. I'm not sure what it is. Go ahead and figure it out. That was good. I want to say it's like some sort of white chocolate and strawberry glaze, but holy crap, you can't really see it too well. If I focus on that, you can kind of see the cross section of this thing. It just looks like a really tiny biscuit. It's like pink throughout, but the flavor is what I hope I could show you guys. The strawberry flavor is pretty darn strong. I don't know how else to describe it. It's really, really good. It's not like tart strawberry flavor. It's more like sweet strawberry flavor with a little bit of tartness at the end. Like, I don't know what kind of strawberries you've had before, but this is more on the sweet side. But the sweetness isn't overwhelming to the point that it tastes sour. My complaint, okay? My complaint with a lot of excuse me. My complaint with a lot of sweet stuff or sweet stuff in general is that if it's too sweet, it just becomes sour if you eat too much. I feel like if you eat like even the whole package of this thing, it's not going to turn sour. You're just going to have a nice, satisfying strawberry flavor with a little bit of tartness. And I'm not sure how they do it. Probably because they don't add like too much sugar into these things, and that's a good thing. I think this would go really, really well with some coffee, hot chocolate, tea, just any sort of hot drink. Highly recommended if you can find one of these things. Mini asparagus biscuits. Highly, highly recommended. Who is the maker of this thing anyway? I need to find that out really quick. Who is the maker? I guess it doesn't say in the pamphlet. And I'm trying to to read this, but I think it's like something like Gin something. I can't read it. I can't read it, especially this stylized Japanese. But this is good. Ginbis. They actually put it in. They actually put it in English down here. Ginbis, right there. Yeah, look these guys up if you want to give it a try. I think I actually do think that TokyoTreat has a online shop where you can buy snacks and stuff. So you might be able to find this here. Find this over here. Okay. After maybe a couple of snacks, then I'll probably try to do the ramen soon. There's not a whole lot in this box compared to some of the boxes from before, but that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. Okay, let's go ahead and try the other rice cracker one. This is a lot smaller and a lot thinner than I expected. This is like super thin. It's also really flat. Not a whole lot of air in here. There's not a whole lot of air in general with some of these, but this one in particular is like super flat. It's like, okay, this is probably not going to break, and no one's gonna care too much if this breaks in the package. So let's make this packaging as flat as possible to where you can almost put your hands together and kind of disappears between your hands. That's how flat it is. Let's see how many calories this is. It's not 527. This is for 100 grams. How many grams do we have? 14 grams. So 14% of this, which is like what, 60 something, something like that. Maybe about 60 calories for this entire thing, which is really small, all things considered. I do see the little notch over here where you can like open the packaging. I'm not gonna do that because I want to seal this up later, and it's not too hard to open apparently, even if you don't do the notch. Not a whole lot of stuff in here. The filling to package ratio is like half. It's like half the package. So it's like we may not put a whole lot of air, but we're also not putting a whole lot of snack. But what you get from that is these really, really dark colored and seasoned rice crackers. They look really dark, they look really seasoned, lots of soy sauce in there. Kind of typical. And the shape is a little bit different than what I'm used to seeing. I don't think I've seen them typically in this like little half moon shape. They're either balls or something else. Okay, let's go and give it a shot. That's good. Crunch is good. Flavor is good. I think there might have been a little bit of peanut in there. I'm not entirely sure. Despite the crunch and flavor being really good, I still don't know if this is any better than some of the other rice crackers I've had before. But this is on the good side, so that's at least something. That's at least something. Now that's satisfying. That is very satisfying. I like that. I like that quite a bit. Flavor-wise, it's a little bit salty. maybe a little bit sweet, but you don't really notice the sweetness. It's kind of like, well, I don't want to say teriyaki because it's not teriyaki in flavor, but it's like a little bit of salty. The soy sauce flavor is like mellow, very mild, and there's probably a little bit of sugar with that. Kind of typical for a rice cracker snack, actually. But it's really nice. It's really nice. I like it. I don't think it's that much better or that much, or I don't think it's that much better than any other brand of rice crackers, but this is good if you can find it. Otherwise, there's probably other similar ones where you can find of similar quality, and they'll be just as good. But this is also really good. That's also really good. Okay, we need the sweet stuff and then ramen. I want to get to the ramen eventually. I want to get to the ramen. I want to save this after the ramen too. So what the heck do I do? Oh, we can do this one. Actually no. Let's do the kinako. Okay, so the kinako is not what I was thinking. The kinako is not what I was thinking. I think I was thinking of something else. What is kinako exactly? Let me double check here. What is kinako exactly? Roasted soybean flour. Kinako sticks are traditional Japanese sweets for their chewy texture and nutty flavor. Okay. So chewy, nutty soybean flour is on the outside. Weight and calories. Let's see. So this expires in May. It's gonna be gone in 5 minutes. Let's see. Per 100 grams, 399 calories. But I don't know how much this is. But I don't think it's 100 grams. So I think we're good there. It's probably closer to like 5 grams or something. So the outside is very powdery. Let me show it to you. Very much fine. Whoa, this way. Very much a fine powder on the outside of this snack. A little bit of what do you call this? No, not a little bit. A very strong peanut flavor once you actually get a whiff of this thing. I'm not sure if the peanut flavor is because this is like a peanut version of the kinako, or that's something else. But it's quite pleasant. It's quite pleasant to smell. I'm not sure how this is going to be like, but I'm gonna go ahead and bite it, and we'll see what it looks like on the inside. So here's the cross section. It's pliable, kind of. There's a little bit of dust that comes off whenever you squish it. What's the inside of this? This isn't mochi. This isn't flour. What is this? I'm not sure exactly what this is made out of. Let's just assume that this is soybeans, right? Let's assume this is made out of soybeans, in which case this is going to be like one of your healthier sweet snacks. It's going to be one of your healthier sweet snacks if it is made out of soybeans. So you got a soybean inside, maybe, question mark, and a soybean flour on the outside with a little bit of a peanut butter, not peanut butter, but maybe like some powdered peanut flavor. Excuse me. That's actually really good. It's a little bit dense though, if you're not used to this kind of thing. It's a little bit on the dense side, but you can kind of like pull it so much before it starts breaking apart. For this one, highly recommend maybe some tea. I know probably a lot of people don't drink anything like tea or water or hot chocolate or anything like that when they eat this kind of stuff, but I feel like tea would go really well with this because it's like super dense. It's not super sweet. Not sweet at all, actually. It kind of tastes like just like a peanut dessert. Imagine a dessert of like a peanut dessert. I don't know if there's any sort of peanut desserts that's not like super sweet or anything like that. But this is not sweet at all. If there's any sweetness, it's barely there. But that's not a bad thing. It's kind of like eating wheat crackers. That's the closest thing I can describe it to. It's kind of like eating wheat crackers, except it's soft, pliable, and stretchy. Soft, pliable, stretchy, but it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. This is definitely like one of those local Japanese snacks that you don't see anywhere outside of Japan. Typically, typically you don't see this outside Japan because, like, who would actually buy this? Except unless you like grew up with it. I feel like it's one of those like classic Japanese snacks. I'm gonna set this aside though. I'll finish this off later because I don't think this takes too well to moisture once you open it. But that's pretty good if you want like a traditional snack though. You got dust mess down there. Yeah, we got dust mess down here. That's fine. It's part of the it's part of the snack review thing. You're gonna get mess here at some point. Okay, we have a lot of sweet stuff left in this box. There's like the chocolate bar, there's the chocolate wafers, there's the strawberry rust, there's the moon pie, there's the gummy, and one of our few salty stuff is the shrimp and the ramen. I'm gonna go through a couple more sweet stuff before we move over. Oh, right, there's also the Kit Kat. There's also the Kit Kat, don't forget about the Kit Kat. But I'm gonna try a few more other stuff here before we move to the ramen. I don't want to cook the ramen too early because that's gonna get soggy if I just leave it there, and I don't want it to be soggy by the time I try to finish it off. So there is that. Oh, we got another snack here, another dessert snack here from the same person from the not person, but it's from the same people that made this. It's from the same people that made this. So I'm already kind of excited. Because it's got their name up here. Alright. Looks like it's like little foamy blocks. 32 grams, 188 calories for this packaging. Be careful with this one, but you might not want to eat all of it at once either. You might want to save this, savor it, all that stuff. Okay. Where do I put the trash? I'll put it here. Strong strawberry flavor, maybe not flavor, but strong strawberry scent, as well as a little. I think there's a little bit of chocolate scent. I see. You can kind of see how full it is. It's probably like most of the packaging. Excuse me. It's kind of like most of the packaging. Maybe like I want to say 60-70% of the package, which is actually quite impressive. Let's go ahead and put this out so we know what we're looking at. They all kind of look like this. I was hoping I would be able to like break them up myself, because you know, on the front here, they kind of like show this giant piece of, I guess, chocolate solid mousse and strawberry, but on the also they have it broken up into cubes, and so you get these cubes. Excuse me. You get these cubes in the packaging. They're kind of like. They're kind of, I don't know how do you call this. They're kind of like a foam hollow kind of thing. That's probably what happens when you make something into foam into like a solid. I'm not sure how they do this, but it's kind of interesting. The strawberry smell one is not too strong outside of the packaging, but if you get it close enough to your face, you can actually smell it. Okay. Okay. It's not a wafer. It's not a wafer, but it's still kind of crunchy because I think there's some crunchy bits in here. Maybe some crunchy wafer bits in here, and then the entire thing is like covered in white chocolate and strawberries. Actually, I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to be. It's probably some sort of wafer covered in white chocolate and strawberry. But it's really nice though. It's really nice, really squishy. It's that kind of texture. If you know what that kind of texture is, I don't know how else to describe it. But it's a little sweet. This is a little bit more tart than the biscuit asparagus one. Would I necessarily drink anything with this? Maybe tea, but nothing stronger than tea, because the flavor is actually super light. It's not very sweet, but it does have a little sweetness and strawberry flavor. This is kind of fun. Honestly, this is fun to eat. There's a really fun dessert to snack on, and if you have like a friend over, this would be really great with, like, to eat with a friend or something. Ah, friends! Imagine having friends. Imagine having friends that you can actually sit down and eat with. But anyway, this would be good for like a little tea time sort of thing. I feel like this would be good for a tea time sort of thing. This one and the mini asparagus one. This one's better with like more than just tea. This is like tea, hot chocolate, coffee kind of drink thing. And then this one is, I feel like just tea. You can also do it by itself. I think it'll be okay, but you do kind of want to cleanse your palate a little bit in between if you have maybe a few of these at a time. Cleanse your palate, get rid of the strawberry tartness. You don't want to build it up too. You don't want it to build too much and actually become sour. As lightly sugared as a lot of these Japanese snacks are, if you do eat enough of them, you will get that sour flavor eventually. So have something in between. Have something in between. I'm just commenting on my life here, okay? And I feel like most people's lives are like that these days. I'm just commenting to be relatable. I don't know. One more sweet snack, and I guess we'll try the rest of this later, because I feel like, so this one's probably not going to be too strong, but it is like one entire block that I'm going to be probably eating. This one is probably going to be a little intense. Not as intense, but I'd rather do this at the end. Oh, I see you, little balls. I see you, little balls down there. I'm going to grab you, I'm going to eat you. Alright. Chocolate wafer. Chocolate Paquila wafer from Elise. Never heard of this one before. Bourbon chocolate. Bourbon company. Okay, so this is an actual brand, bourbon. I feel like I've heard about them. I don't know though. 7.7 grams is a serving. Is probably like one stick, according to this thing. See if I can get that clear on camera. As good as I can. One stick is about 7.7 grams. So one stick is 41 calories. Be careful. You're probably going to go through this really, really quickly. And there are 6 sticks in here. So you can do the math there. 6 times 41 equals calories you probably don't want at 8 o'clock at night, my time. Just saying. Almonds, crushed almonds, chocolate in the middle, probably not as rich, but it does say that there is a 3% cacao in this chocolate. So actual real chocolate in here, at least at 3%. So it's not dark chocolate, but you know, it's there. It's there. Packaging, super easy to open. And then in the packaging, we have more packaging, because Japan does this. Japan does this, but I feel like you do have to do this to make sure the moisture doesn't get to it, because the cardboard's not going to be enough to stop moisture from getting there. Okay, be careful, because this is also going to be really delicate, I feel like. 6 sticks, all neatly packed in there. It's a little hard to see. It's a little hard to see, but they're all 6 in there, and they are long. They're almost as long as the box. So the picture over here, right? The picture on this thing is actually about as long as the actual stick.
it's probably not as thick. It's probably not as thick as they make it out to be, but it's as long. So, advertisement is accurate. you get what you see for the most part. Okay, this is actually a little bit different though. This is actually a little bit different. So usually when you get these, usually when I see the wafer stick stuff, it's in this form. There's a couple of different wafer stick forms. There's a wafer stick that's like the Pedigree Farm swirly wafer, where it's like just a really thin wafer wrapped around each other, and it's like a sticko or something like that. Those are really crunchy, really sweet, and goes great with a lot of hot drinks. Now this one, I have seen this form before, where there's like two shells, like a biscuit, like a wafer biscuit on top and a wafer biscuit on bottom. But typically it's like sealed, and it's not quite stuffed as full of chocolate like this one is. Which is really interesting, because this is the first time I think I've seen it like this, and it's actually holding together. So if you snap this apart, you can see the cross section here. You can see the cross section, and it's not solid in the inside. I think it's like a chocolate mousse foam kind of thing, but it's solid enough. It's also filled enough to where it's like it's kind of like this giant, what do you call this? This giant like slab of chocolate in the middle of a wafer. I'm actually, what do you say? I actually appreciate that, because it's not often you see it like this. So, all right, let me give a shot on the small one. Oh wow! I actually had to bite down on the chocolate. I wasn't expecting the chocolate bit to be as firm as it was. Let me try that again. Yep. It's basically a soft, solid piece of chocolate sandwiched between two wafers. Definitely get the tea for this one. Do not get the hot chocolate for this one. Unless you want your hot chocolate to be even more chocolatey. That's probably something you can do. Get the hot chocolate, get the tea, get the coffee. This thing is, you're basically eating a chocolate bar with a wafer, a sandwich between a wafer. That's what this is. It's basically a chocolate bar sandwich between a wafer. I don't think I've seen that before. Usually when you get a chocolate bar, it's just a chocolate bar. And when you get a wafer, there's barely any chocolate in it. But this one is chocolate bar with wafer, which is actually really, really nice. Really, really nice. Would recommend this brand, bourbon. Would recommend this brand if you can find it. I don't think I taste the crushed almonds at all. The crushed almonds, if it's there, I don't taste it at all. It's probably like in the background somewhere, complementing the chocolate. The chocolate is a little bit on the dark side because of that 3%. I didn't think 3% would be so strong, but I guess it kind of is. It's a nice firm bite on the chocolate, which is really good. That's really good. Highly recommended. Even if you don't like chocolate, I would highly recommend trying this, because it's actually unique for a wafer dessert. Really good. That's gonna go in the favorites list. Okay, not much left here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the ramen ready. We're gonna go ahead and get the ramen ready, and then we'll try a few more things, and then try the ramen once that's ready. When that's good. Okay. Regular bowl size of ramen. Sometimes they give you like smaller bowls. This one's actually like a regular bowl of ramen, which is nice. Okay, spicy ramen. Tell me what you got. Okay, don't open this all the way. If you've done this before, you know how to do it. Don't open it all the way. Otherwise, you won't be able to close it. Okay, so we have a So we have a package of the usual dried stuff, except I do think there's some a little bit of chili flakes here, and I don't know what the long pieces are. I'm gonna guess that's dried pickled ginger, which is the first time I've seen in a package. If that is dried pickled ginger, but I do not know. I do not know what the long stuff is. The long red stuff is, but okay. Green onions and some peppers and something else I cannot identify. And then here's the powder. Powder before we put it in. Not very red, but let me see. Oh, that's too bright. That's too bright. It's kind of red. It's kind of. I think it's on this almost a little bit lighter than the Nongshim noodle powder. But if you, yeah, it's a little bit lighter red than that. So I don't think it's gonna be too spicy. I wouldn't be surprised if this is not that spicy at all. Okay. Oh crap! I forgot to heat the water. Let me heat that really quick, and then I'll put water in here. We'll continue while that's going on. I'm gonna save the shrimp crackers for a little bit. Let's go ahead with the next sweet stuff. Sure, the puree gummies. Why not? Why not? Is there a way for me to reseal this? I don't think there is. It's just a really puffed up cube of plastic that is not sealable once you open it up. So, let's see, only 3.5 grams is one serving, and the entire thing is how many grams? It's probably 3.5 for the entire thing, so not a whole lot in here. Okay, it doesn't actually deflate a whole lot once you open it. That's actually kind of surprising. It's actually a solid pyramid-shaped packaging. Not a whole lot of gummies in there. And if you've seen these things before, you know they're kind of like little, they're kind of little flat discs typically. Flat disc with a bunch of sugar, mostly heart-shaped. You can kind of see the heart shape. It's a little bit disappeared, but these are purple, light purple. Hopefully with some good juice inside. So. No juice. No juice, but very sweet, very tart. Not necessarily sweet. It is sweet, but it's mostly on the tart side. Tart grape flavor. I think the tartness is from the outside of here. I'm not sure if that's the case or not. Oh no, it is from the outside. That's why. Okay, cross section again. Because you love to see the cross sections. I know I do. Now, as much as I can show you, so it's not really a pure, like a, what do you call this, a jelly or puree in the middle, but it is like a really intensely colored gummy, an intensely flavored gummy in the middle, purple because grapes. Sometimes you get the ones with jelly in the middle. I think it's a specific brand. I think it's a specific brand though, but it's still the puree stuff. If I've had this before, so it's a little difficult for me to describe it. But very tart. Very tart is the best way I can describe it right now. Very tart, not very sweet. The gummy is soft. Soft gummy. Easy to chew through, not like the Haribo gummies, the little Haribo bear gummies, which are like tough as nails sometimes. But a lot of people like them. I like them too, but I like my gummies a little bit softer than those bears. Personally, I like them softer than those bears. It's really good if you haven't had them yet. But if you're not a fan of the tart flavor, then maybe avoid this. But at least try them once if you haven't before. They're kind of on the expensive side, not gonna lie. Wait. I only had, wait, how many did I have? 3? 2? There's only 5 pieces here. There's only 5 pieces in this gigantic pyramid thing. I guess they're 1 gram each. That's why they gave the serving size of 5 grams on the packaging. Holy crap, that's not a whole lot. No, 3.5 grams. That's not a whole lot. Oh my gosh, I would say I feel cheated, but I don't. I know they don't put a whole lot in the packaging to begin with, but only 5 pieces is a little bit of a letdown. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna eat them right now too, though. I'm gonna eat them right now because I actually like them. Ah! My foot is sleeping. Foot is about to sleep. Okay. Okay. So we have Choco Pie, the bar, the chocolate bar. We also still have the Kit Kat over here. Let's put the Kit Kat back so we know it's actually something we have to do. I think this is it, and then I didn't show you the drink yet, did I? I didn't show you the drink yet. Let me show you the drink really quick, because it's the thing I'm keeping on ice right now. This is the drink. This is a drink. It's a peach jelly drink. I'm not sure if you've seen this. But basically it's just jelly. You kind of just like squish it around like this and you drink it from the package, usually just like this, like a little sippy straw. But if for our purposes we're going to like squeeze it out into a cup or a little shot glass so you can see what it actually looks like on the inside, because it's better to see what you're eating. It's better to see what you're eating. The entire package is 90 calories, it looks like. And if you've ever had like the Japanese drink stuff before, a lot of times it's quite light and refreshing. Quite light and refreshing. So this is going to go back into the cooler until we're ready for it. And the water is now done. Okay, let's get that hot water in there. Oh, okay, don't overfill, please. Do not overfill. Yeah, apparently it has like 2 alarm sounds. I think that's like the default. That's like the default, so I don't mess with it. Okay, so I have the ramen at the other side of the table. I need to find a timer for 3 minutes. I do not have a timer for 3 minutes, so I'm just gonna have to guess. We're just gonna have to guess. Well, if it goes a little over 3 minutes, not a huge deal. Okay, I need a little salt in my mouth right now, so let's go ahead and try the shrimp crackers. Shrimp crackers, what can I say about them? Shrimp crackers usually made out of wheat or tapioca. I'm not sure what this one is made out of. It's probably wheat. I don't think a whole lot of Japanese snacks are made with tapioca. They're either made with wheat or rice. But I'm gonna guess wheat for this one. Someone tell me otherwise. 8 grams, not very big. Not very big. 38 calories, 8 grams. Hopefully the shrimp flavor is strong. Or actually, sometimes a strong shrimp flavor in one of these crackers is not a good thing. I know I've had a few of those and it's like too shrimpy. Light shrimp scent coming out from the bag when I whiffed at it. Not very strong. Yep, it kind of looks like the same shrimp crackers as anywhere. I don't know what it is, but all the shrimp crackers I've had, unless you like have to like fry it up yourself. If you have to fry the shrimp crackers up yourself, it's like usually these round disc things, round tapioca disc, I think, and you deep fry them, and they taste nothing like shrimp, but you convince yourself it tastes like shrimp, and it goes great with vinegar, and that's pretty much how it is. There might be a lot of garlic powder in there or something. But most of the shrimp crackers I've seen, they're usually this like straw thingy, like stick form, and then they have like these little zigzag lines that go up and down it. I'm not sure why, but this is what most of them look like. The other ones like the round shell stuff. But yeah, not a, shrimp smell not very strong, but let's see how this tastes. Wheaty with a little bit of salt, a little bit of shrimp. This is some of the lightest shrimp flavor I've ever had in this form. It's there. It is there, but it's not strong. It's not bad, but if you're expecting a strong shrimp flavor like from the Oishi brands, you're not gonna get it. But if you're not particularly a fan of that strong shrimp flavor, this might be a good alternative. Me personally, I like a little bit stronger shrimp flavor. It's not bad, but I just want it stronger. It is very wheaty, because I feel like they do use wheat for this one. Very crunchy, very firm. Not too firm, but you know, it's crunchy enough. It's alright. It's alright. It's just my preference of a stronger shrimp flavor is not there. But like I said, some people don't like it too strong. So if you're a beginner in shrimp snacks, this might be a good entry point for you. Otherwise, if you don't like shrimp flavor too much, this is okay. It's been 3 minutes. Yep, you're right. It's been 3 minutes. I mean, thank you for keeping time. All right, let's go ahead and move the box for a bit, and we'll get to the ramen. Okay, open. Look at us. We're having instant noodles on stream. I don't think this is the first time. It's not the first time. But, oh, look at that. Actually, no. Before I mix it in all together. You see what I'm talking about? The little red... actually, no. Let's zoom in a bit more. Zoom in. Enhance. Enhance. Okay, you see what I mean about the little red threads earlier? It's these things. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but... I see them everywhere. I want to say they're like a little... I think they're called benishoga, which is like the pickled dried ginger, but I've never actually seen an instant ramen before, so that's something new. I don't know if it is benishoga, but I feel like it might be benishoga. Oh yeah, it might be benishoga. I kind of can see it. It's a little hard. It's a little hard to see. Now you can't see it regardless how much I zoom in on it. It's a little hard to see because they're so thin and small. Yeah. I don't think they have any flavor particularly, but I know a lot of people like them. So, okay. Let's just mix it up really quick. It is actually a lot. It's red, which is hopefully a good sign. Wafting the flavor here so I don't get underneath the camera to smell it. What would really be nice here if we have like a little fish cake or something, that would be really good. Okay, let's get a little bit of that soup first. Let's get a little bit of broth. Ooh, that's actually spicy. What? Japan. I'm impressed. That's actually spicy. It's not too spicy. It's definitely not as strong as like samyang or anything like that. But I feel like this is like almost on par with the Shin Ramen spiciness. About on par with the Shin Ramen spiciness, actually. That's good. That's a good spice. I like it. Now, speaking of spice, by the way, I have noticed a lot of people sub in the past couple of weeks, so thank you for that. For anyone from those new subs or anyone from the old subs, just to let you know, I don't think I've mentioned this in a while, but Once we hit 500 subs on this channel, I will be doing a Hot Ones challenge. So tell your friends or anyone else that you think might be interested in this channel to check it out. And if we get to 500, I'll be doing a Hot Ones challenge. I'll be grabbing some hot wings from my local place, and we'll be using some really spicy sauces on that. I'm actually looking forward to that, but we gotta get there first. We gotta get there first. Okay, noodles, instant noodles, regular instant noodles. There are like pretty good chunks of green onion here. Kind of surprised. Kind of surprised. Okay, let me just get some of this in the bowl. Let me get this in the bowl. I mean, I gotta do a celebration of some sort, right? When we hit those milestones, I gotta do some celebration. Okay, itadakimasu. I don't think I cooked those noodles long enough. I know we did 3 minutes, but I feel like I could go for like a little bit longer. Actually, is it supposed to go longer? No, it says 3 minutes on the side of the packaging, so I guess I just didn't. I guess the noodles are just pretty firm. Broth is pretty good. The noodles are firmer than I expected, so you can cook this a little bit longer if you want to. Otherwise, it just tastes like regular noodles, spicy regular noodles. But I like it. It's actually pretty good. If you're actually looking for spicy Japanese ramen, this would be it. This would be it. I don't know if there's another brand that does it, but this would be it. Gosh, this really needs like a fish cake or something. A fish cake. If you have, what else we got? Fish cake. What do you like in your ramen? Even in instant noodles. What do you like in your instant noodles? I feel like fish cake, some eggs would also be good for this one. I don't know if I necessarily would put any chashu here. You could put some chashu here, but I don't think this is the kind of noodles that would use it. The soup is too light for chashu because we just use water and it's not like a really thick broth or anything. But yeah, at least fish cakes and eggs. Can do with any crackers. Crackers in ramen, I don't think I've tried that before. You know what? Since you mentioned crackers, we do have the shrimp crackers here. Let's add a little shrimp cracker here and see if it does anything. I'm just gonna like put a little bit, just a little bit of the shrimp crackers. Let that soak. Not too much. I'm gonna let the shrimp crackers soak a little bit, and we'll come back to that. I want to see if. Oh, actually, it got soft already. It actually got really soft already. They absorb liquid very, very quickly. But I'm gonna let them soak a little bit, and we'll come back to that really afterwards. Yeah, it's gonna be soggy, but that's the point. That's the point. I want them to like absorb the flavor. But before we do that, so I'm gonna put that aside for now. This is to remind ourselves that we're gonna go there. Let's go ahead and try this chocolate cake really quick. Chocolate cake, really generic brand of chocolate cake as far as I could tell. yuruHYPE brand, I think. At least according to the label down here. If I can zoom in, enhance this brand. yuruHYPE chocolate cake. Let's see. Oh yeah, calories. This is 35 grams. 173 calories for the entire cake, and I will be eating the entire cake. So that's the entire 173 is gonna go down to my stomach. All right. Okay. Oh, there's 2 pieces here. Okay, I was thinking it's like one giant moon pie, but it's not. It's just like it looks like a cookie. It's like a cookie covered in chocolate. Oh, the chocolate is melting really, really quickly on my hand though, so I gotta be quick about this. A little interesting detail at the bottom. Really quick, a little interesting detail at the bottom. I don't know where these shapes come from, but there's like a little pyramid grid shape down here. I've seen that in other brands before, so it's probably something to do with the manufacturing. But the chocolate is very melty, so I'm gonna do this really quick. No crunch. No crunch. It is just a really thin slice of cake. Really thin slice of cake with chocolate on the outside. So if you're expecting something like a moon pie, like a moon pie, you're not gonna get it. Excuse me. You're not gonna get something like a moon pie. Actually, if I had to pick between a moon pie and this, actually no. It's not so much as picking between a moon pie and this. It's more like these are like the outsides of the moon pie without the marshmallow in the middle, right? So if you want to put like a little marshmallow cream or filling in between them and like make a sandwich like a moon pie, you could do that. But by itself, just the tops and bottoms, if you want to think of it that way, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a really firm piece of cake though. Probably because there's a bunch of preservatives here to like not make it spoil and stuff. But it's nice. Do be careful with the chocolate though. It already melted in my hand, so I'm gonna have to wash this off somehow. I'm gonna have to wash this off really quick. Otherwise, not too sweet. A little dense cakey. Chocolate is actually pretty good. It's not dark chocolate. It's like more in the milk chocolate. Take that what you will if you're a fan of milk chocolate or not. But overall, it's pretty okay. It's pretty okay. It doesn't taste cheap. It doesn't taste cheap, but it's probably on the cheaper side. It's not like the best moon pie you will ever have, but you know. I'm gonna wash my hands really quick. There's... Oh, what was that? What was that? I heard a beep. Anyway, I'm gonna wash my hands really quick. I got like chocolate and stuff over here. So be right back. Be right back. I'm back. Okay, so I think I left this thing soaking for too long, and the shrimp bits are thoroughly soaked. So let me at least try it with both really quick. Well, by itself first. By itself. Okay, it's too soft. That's too soft. I don't think it's really absorbed any flavor, but it did absorb some spiciness, so I think that's good. Ah! Don't make a mess. Don't make a mess. Don't make a mess. Don't make... Okay, there we go. There we go. Itadakimasu. Shrimp flavor didn't actually go through. Let me try that again. Shrimp flavor didn't actually go through too much. Like I said, there's barely any shrimp flavor there. But I think it improved it a little bit. At least now there's a little bit of extra thing in here. That's and it's not just noodles and spicy soup. So that's good. I just want to eat this. I just want to finish this off before the noodles get too soggy. That's good. That's really good. I'm surprised that I haven't seen this one before. I mean, I do know they once in a while I know they have like a spicy chicken Nissan ramen that they've been advertising on the internet for the longest time, but I've never been able to get it. I've never been able to find it. Not even Japan. Excuse me. The spice. It's like I want to try it. I want to try it, but I've never been able to find it. I wonder if only certain shops carry it. Because I went to a grocery store. I went to actually a few grocery stores to see if I could find it. But it was never there. Or maybe it was just a limited run. It could be a limited run. No idea. No idea. Anyway, we only have a few things left. We have this chocolate bar. We have a chocolate bar, and we have the Kit Kat, and we have the drink. So I'm gonna do the chocolate bar really quick. I'm gonna put the ramen aside. Black Thunder, Ichigo Thunder. This one would be the Ichigo Thunder or the Black Thunder line of Thunder brand chocolate bars. Oh, excuse me. And hopefully it actually has a decent amount of strawberry flavor like other strawberry snacks we had. So, oh, there we go. This is kind of what I expected. This is kind of what I expected, and I feel like, oh, the chocolate is already melting. Okay. Chocolate's already melting, so I'm not going to be touching that directly. But this is what you kind of expect whenever you have a Thunder bar. It is a giant, well, in this case, small. Excuse me. Anyway. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I am really coffee right there. Okay, I'm okay. Anyway, again. So whenever you get a Thunder bar, this is kind of what you expect, like a blocky sort of chocolate. Black Thunder is the is the dark chocolate version. I think there's a regular Thunder chocolate bar, but I don't usually see that. What I usually see is a Black Thunder, which is dark chocolate, and a Almond Thunder. Almond Thunder, which is like crushed almonds in the chocolate. Ichigo chocolate, I don't think I've ever seen before. I don't know if this is a seasonal thing or just a flavor that they don't usually sell in general. But blocky chocolate melts really easily. That's why I have the wrapper on top around it. And then we have the strawberry stuff on top. I don't know what is on there, but it looks like it might be a little bit crunchy. So let's find out. Not sure you can hear that. But there's like crunchy bits, a little bit of wafery bits. And you can kind of see, oh crap, let me see. Hey Bison, welcome. How's it going? We're getting to near the end of our review stuff here. I think we got like 2 more things to do after this one, and then we'll be done. And I'll be enjoying the ramen in between. Okay, so it's a little bit too close. All right, but so there's like a little cookie thing embedded here. I'm not exactly sure it's a cookie or what, but that's part of where the crunchiness comes from. The Thunder bars are a little bit weird. I'll be honest. They're a little bit weird, but because of the crunchy bits and the texture is not what you expect. You don't expect biting into this. You'll have like a crunchy chocolate bar, but that is kind of what do you call this? That's kind of what we're expecting here. Okay. Well, hope you get out of that situation, Bison. Hope you get out of that situation. That kind of sucks. Haven't had to jump my car in a very long time. I'm very thankful for that. But early on, when I first had a car, many times I forgot to turn off the lights, and I had to like jump start that thing almost every single time. It was a pain in the butt to find someone to help jump me. Would not do again. But anyway, Black Thunder bar, or the Ichigo Thunder bar. Texture wise, it's a bit hit or miss. You may like it, you may not like it. Me personally, I am ambivalent about it. Not my favorite texture with a bar, but you know, some people like the crunchy with it with their chocolate, and you'll probably get this. It's all right. It's all right. Flavor-wise, the chocolate's the cheapest chocolate I can ever describe. Very cheap chocolate flavor. The strawberry flavor is barely there. Barely. It's mostly a texture thing. This entire thing is mostly a texture experience. And I don't know if it's a good texture experience in this case. It's just... It feels like I'm going to break my teeth. It feels like whenever I bite into this, I'm going to break my teeth. And definitely not in a good way. I don't know why. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. It's worth a try, but the texture might be a little bit off-putting. I know it's a little off-putting for me because I feel like I'm gonna break something. So, hit or miss, and that one's probably on the miss side. Flavor-wise, cheap, very cheap. What are you gonna do? It's Black Thunder. Okay, I need a little shot of ramen. Another shot of ramen. All right. Hopefully it's not too soggy right now. Oh, there's a little bit of the shrimp cracker still in there. And that broke apart, of course it would. Come on. Don't. Ah! Flinging all the soup around. Oh. Well, yeah, back in the day when I got my car, automatic lights were not a thing. Automatic lights were not a thing. So yeah, you forget to turn that off, you're screwed. And I've done that way too many times. Way too many times. The cold weather is sipping the batteries. I guess that would do it, yeah. It kind of reminds me too, for anyone who has like an electric vehicle, like an electric car or something like that. I feel like their battery life shortens during the cold weather because, you know, also hot weather. Cold and hot weather both. They have to be in like temperate conditions to perform like the best they can. But if it's too hot or too cold, those batteries do not last as long, and that's kind of bad. Also, recharging infrastructure for electric cars, not great yet. Not great yet. Anyway. Noodles are not soggy yet, thank goodness, but they are definitely getting there. They are getting to the soggy portion of their lifetime. Soup's really good though. It's still warm. It's still warm, still spicy. I'll be finishing that up later. I just need something to cleanse myself between all the sweet stuff. Speaking of sweet stuff, we got one more sweet stuff. The Kit Kat. We have the Kit Kat, and we will have also the drink after this to finish off the snack review. So, Kit Kat with Daifuku flavor. Oh, let me move that up a bit. Daifuku flavored Kit Kat. So Daifuku again, it's like the mochi outside with a filling in the inside. Depending on what kind of flavor it is, it could be like different flavors. It could be fruit, it could be red bean like it always is. It could be chocolate even. Most of the mochi stuff that you probably find in the Asian grocery stores that come from Taiwan would be considered a Daifuku, not just mochi. So those sesame flavored, matcha flavor, peanut flavor, all those different ones, those would be considered Daifukus. But since it's not quite as nuanced in English, we just call them all mochi. But there is a difference. There is a difference. If you've seen Kit Kats before, you know what to expect. Let's see. One Kit Kat is 11.6 grams and it's too blurry to see. Too blurry to see. Okay, one Kit Kat is 11.6 grams and 63 calories. Okay, well, be careful about eating this. We're not going to eat too much. And they are all individually wrapped, but they are all also, I think for this one in particular, they are all also individually designed, maybe? Question mark? Okay, so we got design. Let me zoom out a little bit more for this one, because we have to zoom out. Okay, so we have red Kit Kat wrapper, we have white Kit Kat wrapper, another red, another white, white, red, white, white, white. They gave us way too many white wrappers. They gave us way too many white Kit Kat wrappers. It's not balanced. It is definitely not balanced. All the Kit Kat wrappers have slightly different phrases on them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, all the white... No, not all the white ones. 5 of the white ones have a different one. This one's a dupe. All the red ones have different... No, this one's a dupe. So these two are dupes down here. These two are dupes. And each one of these has like a different saying on each one of them. I can't read them, so I can't tell you what they say. But I'm guessing they're like different messages. If you want to give to different people, you can do that. But it's kind of nice that there's something a little bit different. Sometimes they do this, sometimes they don't, depending on the season. But because maybe this is going to be for Valentine's? No, it's not necessarily Valentine's. I see a cherry blossom here, so maybe it's for Sakura season. I don't know, but we do get Sakura Kit Kats eventually. So when Sakura season rolls around, we'll have the Sakura Kit Kats, and that's probably gonna have to say something different. But we have Daifuku Kit Kats in the meantime while it's not Sakura season, even though this is probably Sakura themed. So we'll just take one of the dupes for today. They're not going to taste different. It's just the packaging that's different. I think the last time we saw something different with the packaging of each one was during the Halloween season. There was a bunch of different Halloween designs on the wrappers, and that was pretty neat to see. That was neat. Let me put these up first. Where'd it go? You cannot escape. You cannot escape. Alright. Kit Kat. Nothing to say about Kit Kat. You know what to expect about Kit Kat if you've seen them before. If you haven't seen them before, get yourself something. Get yourself a Kit Kat if you've never had one before. Though I will say American Kit Kats are nowhere near as good as the Asian Kit Kats in general. Not just Japanese Kit Kats, just Asian Kit Kats in general. Okay. I think this is like gonna melt. No, this one's not gonna melt too much, but I'm gonna hold the wrapper in any case. It looks like a white chocolate on the outside, so... Oh! The smell. Smells like mochi, or at least a really grainy, ricey mochi. Interesting. I mean, normally whenever you sniff these Kit Kats, you're gonna smell whatever flavor it's going to be. Like for the lemon ones, you have a lemon flavor. For the pumpkin ones, you're gonna have a pumpkin flavor, and so forth and so forth. This one though, I wasn't expecting a ricey flavor. I know it's mochi, but ricey, that's different. Okay, let's go ahead and munch on this. That tastes so raw. That is a very raw taste. I don't know what to make of this one. I feel like this is an acquired taste. But let me try to describe it. So the taste of this Kit Kat So if you've had mochi before, you know it's like made out of rice. It's pounded rice. It has this nice, satisfying and chewy texture. Flavor wise, I don't think you notice anything from it. But for this one, this daifuku, I want it's so I think this is supposed to like emulate a red bean daifuku, right? So red bean and I don't get along very well because it's not that I don't like red bean. It's okay. It's just used everywhere, and that's why we don't get along. That aside, though, that aside, when I say this as a very raw flavor, it's like it's got a very raw rice flavor with a mix of red bean paste. You don't actually taste any red bean paste, but the red bean paste flavor is so strong and artificial that it just tastes like raw ingredients. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's the best way I can describe it. Let me try again. We still have another stick here. The aroma is so strong. The aroma is so strong from this Kit Kat, it actually like goes up into my nose from my mouth. It's definitely different. I don't think I like it. I can get used to it, but I don't think I like it. This, just for reference, this is what we're looking at. This is what we're looking at for reference. Let me see if there's anything in the pamphlet that explains this a little bit more. Let's see. The pamphlet. Pamphlet, help me with what I'm eating here because this is a very different Kit Kat. Some people like it. This is not my favorite Kit Kat flavor whatsoever. Let's see. Daifuku means great luck in Japanese. Lucky Kit Kats. Filled with sweet azuki bean and mochi flavors. They taste just like the traditional snack. No, they do not. No, they do not. I've had red bean daifuku before. Yeah, I think they accented the red bean flavor a little bit too much, and that's probably what I'm tasting. That's why that's why I said it's raw. Yeah, the red bean flavor is just accented a little bit too much. It's too strong for me personally. That's what I find weird about it. And then the mochi flavor just tastes like really smooth rice. Really smooth rice porridge. Pretty much without any flavor except for the red bean. That sounds really bad. And it's probably worse than what it actually tastes like. But it's not my favorite Kit Kat whatsoever. It is very strong in a bad way for me. I have to finish this eventually. And maybe I'll get used to it by the time I get to my 14th package. But as of right now, I don't like it. I don't like this Kit Kat. It's too strong. The red bean flavor is way too strong. And way too artificial for me to like it. I mean, if you ever find it somehow, you'll be able. You can probably only find this in Japan because they're not gonna sell it outside Japan for the most part. But if you're ever lucky enough to find this, try it. Report back. Let me know how you like it, because I did not. I mean, I feel like every Kit Kat is worth trying just to see which ones you actually like and which ones you don't. Because there's some interesting flavors of Kit Kat that will never see the light of day outside of Japan, just because they're too seasonal or too local. Like there's some apple Kit Kats, there's some orange Kit Kat, lemon Kit Kat, to name a few. Sake Kit Kat, I don't think has ever been able to be shipped outside of Japan. because there is a tiny little bit of alcohol in there, so it almost counts as alcohol, even though it's not alcoholic technically. But there is a little bit of alcohol in the sake Kit Kats, and those also taste ricey. But they're ricey because it's sake. This is ricey because of the mochi, but because of the mochi and the red bean put together, it's just not a good combination in my mind unless you actually get the actual thing. Personally, get the actual thing, and maybe not the mochi Kit Kat, or Daifuku Kit Kat in this case. That's just weird. that's just that's a little bit too much. I need ramen to wash that away. I need some ramen to wash this away. Okay. One more thing before we end for tonight. One more thing. Is the drink. So this is going to be the... Where is it? So this is going to be the peach jelly drink. It comes into a little pouch. Typically you just open this thing on the top and then you suck on it. But we're not going to suck on it today because I have to show you what it looks like. So we have a little shot glass that we're going to pour this into. So we'll check that out. So you just kind of open it like this, right? Actually, you're supposed to like smash the bag first a bit before you open it, because that way you break up the jelly. But I think I did it enough earlier, so we don't have to do it right now. But yeah, so once you, so you're supposed to drink it while stirring the bag, but I do need to show you what it looks like, if I can. Okay. And if it cooperates with me, because I don't want to like spill this everywhere. Okay, there's a little... Okay, how am I gonna do this? Okay, it's a little tough. It's a little tough to get out. But it's jelly. Oh, it fits in the entire glass. Okay, well that's different. Okay, I spilled a little bit on the table. That's all right. I'm gonna clean that up later. There's probably still some in the bag, so I'm gonna close it up. It probably does not look like much of anything on camera, but let's see. I am gonna have to zoom out so that you can kind of see what this looks like. But it's a little jiggly, it's a little jelly. I can't tip it over, otherwise it's gonna spill. Hey Workshop, welcome. But let's see. Is there a way for me to show this? I probably shouldn't have filled this all the way. That's a mistake on my part. Hold up. Okay. Let's do it this way. You're gonna see a little bit of my door to be able to, for me to show you. So door reveal. Or maybe not that much of a door reveal. Hold up. Just don't turn that camera to my face and we'll be okay. Okay? Okay? Let's see, how are we gonna do this? Oh, wait. This thing. Okay, it's sideways because the camera angle. But here is what it looks like from this side. Also the door reveal. Hello, door. But yeah, it's a jelly. It's clear. This is supposed to be peach flavor. Not any. Probably like very little coloring, if any coloring at all in this one, because you're not even supposed to see it to begin with. You're not supposed to see it to begin with, but that's what it kind of looks like. You can kind of see the jelly chunks in there. Yeah, it is a jelly. So back we go, down here, and I'm gonna lock you in so you don't do anything weird. And flavor-wise, let's give it a shot. What is this what is this Tenga interior looking thing? What do you mean Tenga interior looking thing? I showed nothing of the sort. I showed nothing of the sort right now. We're drinking this peach jelly. We're drinking this peach jelly, which came in the snack box. You've probably seen this before, haven't you? Or at least maybe something similar, like an apple or an orange. How do you know it doesn't look like it? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, peach. That's good. That's good. It's like refreshing. Okay. If this is the insides of the Tenga, yes, 100%, I will eat it. I will drink it because it tastes like peach. It is very refreshing. It is very light. It's not too sweet. I would drink it all the time. I would drink it all the time. Hey, I didn't bring it up. She brought it up. Okay. She brought it up. Yeah, I usually just eat it straight out of the package. Yes, usually you just eat it straight from the package. But I had to like squeeze it out just to be able to show it on camera. I don't just taste the snack just to taste the snack. I want to show you what is in these things, what it looks like. I want to show you what you are actually eating and drinking. That's the whole point of it. But yeah. He'll drink the inside of the Tenga. You can clip that if you want to. You can clip that if you want to. I probably should clip it myself, but. What's the timestamp on that? The timestamp on that is 2 hours, 16 minutes. Okay, give or take a few minutes. Give or take a few minutes. But this is good though. I mean, if you've never had these before, I feel like you might be able to easily find this in like Japanese grocery store or an Asian grocery store. Maybe not so much an Asian grocery store because they don't usually stock this. But in a Japanese grocery store, you should be able to find these because they're common enough. But yeah, it's jelly. It's there's a little bit of liquid, but not a whole lot of liquid. It's mostly jelly. Like if you had the jelly cups before, it's pretty much like that. The peach flavor is really nice. It's really light. It's not too sweet. Would drink it. Would definitely drink it. And yeah. Let me finish this. But yeah, I think this is the last thing. This is the last thing that we're trying today. The drink is the last thing, and honestly, other than a few misses today, it's a pretty good box. Pretty good box. It's really good as a topping for peach sake. Also, I've never had a peach sake before. I didn't even know they made a peach sake. Excuse me. I've been having throat issues the entire night, but sorry. Yeah. So, yeah. Let me set. I just have to admire though how they make this stuff, because it's like a lot. Like I said, a lot of this stuff you don't see outside of Japan or Asia in general. I think other places in Asia have their own versions of a jelly drink. But this particular one just so happens to be from Japan. Oh, you know what? You know why it's so good? You know why it's so good? Hold up. Because apparently, this is 30% peach juice. So it's like it's basically juice. It's not mostly artificial flavors. It's mostly juice and jelly. But yeah, you're right. You're not supposed to like squeeze it out of the packaging because it's like you're not even supposed to know what it looks like. You're not even supposed to know what it looks like. But here I am showing you the gritty insides of a jelly pouch. Honestly, you don't even need the jelly pouch. You can like grab a bunch of a bunch of jelly cups and do the same thing. Just empty a bunch of jelly cups into a blender. Or maybe not even a blender, into like a little Ziploc bag, and then squeeze it out, or like squish it and knead it, and then pour it out into a glass, and then do the same thing. You can do the same thing with that, but it's more artificial. This is less artificial. You show the forbidden insides. Of course I did. We participate in all the all the insider information, the taboos, all the secret stuff that you're not supposed to find out on this channel. You know, you're supposed. This is where you find out all the secret stuff. Yeah, I mean, come on. That's just part of it. That's what R&D is for, right? That's what R&D is for. You break things apart. And then you find out how things work, and then you either try to replicate it or just note it down for future use, whatever the future use is. So yeah, I'm just being true to my channel name. I gotta be true to my channel name once in a while, you know. I can't play Yakuza every time. I can't play Yakuza every time and then beat the local street thugs. What's R&D in that? Learning how to beat the street thugs efficiently with breakdancing? Because, you know, I could do that. Apparently I was really good at breakdancing last night during Yakuza. And I got a little bit too dependent on it to where I actually got beat up maybe 4 or 5 times by one of the shakedowns. And it was not pretty. It was not pretty. So I had to like mix it up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I think as far as tonight is concerned, ramen was really, really good. So let's just review through the pamphlet because all the packaging is mostly gone. I mean, the package, some of the stuff I opened and still have, like, we can go over that. Like, this is the... Oh, I need to zoom out for this one, because it's not going to show. So let's just review really quick what we had tonight. First things first. Peach jelly, good. Spicy ramen, very good. I didn't even realize it could do that. Choco cake, pretty good. Pretty good. A little bit on the firm side for a choco cake. Don't expect this to be like a moon pie because it's not. Get yourself some marshmallow cream or something if you want to be like a moon pie, but otherwise it's pretty good by itself. Kinako, not very sweet, very peanutty. Definitely get something to drink with this because it is quite dense. What else do I have? Ichigo Thunder, which I ate. Questionable. Questionable, if only because I was afraid I would break my teeth biting this. Not because it was hard, but because all the crunchy bits make me fear for my life. Otherwise, flavor is very cheap. Very cheap. Let's see. What else do we have? Grape puree. Very good. Very tangy. If you don't like that, okay, fine. But if you haven't tried puree before, give it a try if you can find it. Ichigo Thunder sounds like Tokatsu Hero name, or you know the next episode of Bleach. the next series of Bleach probably. Yeah. Yeah, puree is pretty good, right? Which one's your favorite puree? If you had puree before, tell me your favorite flavor of puree. I don't think I have a particular favorite flavor, but the grape one that we had today was pretty good. It's pretty tangy though, probably because of the crystals. Lemon's also really good. Mochi, no, Daifuku Kit Kat with red bean paste. Highly do not recommend. For now. Caveat is for now. Because again, the artificial red bean flavor is a little bit too strong, a little bit too artificially. If you had sake Kit Kat, you know that there's a little bit of ricey flavor from the sake Kit Kat. Add red bean paste flavor to that. It's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much. It tastes raw. Very raw. I might get used to it, but not my favorite. Not my favorite Kit Kat. Let's see, what else do we have? Ginza Rusk. This was pretty good. This is really good. Have you tried putting it inside a croissant and toasting it? I have not. Why would I want to toast mochi? Tell me. Tell me that. Why would I want to toast mochi? Ow! Oh! Ah! My foot. I know there's some Kit Kat that you would that's like specifically, what do you call this? that specifically you want to toast because that's how it's made, like the creme brulee Kit Kat, I think. Specifically the creme brulee Kit Kat. Let's see. You've never had yakimochi? I don't think I've had yakimochi. No, wait. I have yakimochi once. I don't remember how it actually tastes before though. But no, the thing with it. Okay, let's go back to the Kit Kat really quick. The thing with this Kit Kat is you're not supposed to toast this like some of the other Kit Kats that's specifically meant to be toasted. If you do, it's probably just going to melt the chocolate, and that's not going to help at all. I don't think it's going to help the flavor at all. I don't have anything right now that I could use to test that. But I will try doing it maybe in the air fryer tomorrow and see if it makes any difference, but I don't think it will. It's probably just going to melt in there. Probably too strong. Let's see. Kit Kat croissants follow no rules. Kit Kat croissants. Ah man, if I had a croissant, I would try it. But anyway, Ginza Rust, really good. Which is also the same. Remember, this is also the same people that made the mini asparagus biscuits. Remember, no asparagus in these biscuits. They just kind of look like asparagus sticks. Apparently, that's why they're named asparagus biscuits. But they both have a strawberry flavor. Both the same make. This one is a little bit on the what is it? This one, the biscuits is on the sweeter side. Both have a little bit of tartness from the strawberry, but both of them are not too sweet where you can eat the entire package and not get a sour flavor in your mouth, despite the little bit of tartness. This one, the biscuits though, is better with tea, hot chocolate, and coffee. The rusk better with just tea. Would not put it with anything else, but both are really good. Both are super good. Let's see. This particular shrimp chips, shrimp crackers, the lightest shrimp flavored crackers I have ever had. Not bad, but I want stronger, and you're not gonna get it with this one. So if you want stronger flavor, probably not this. A starter for someone who doesn't like strong seafood flavor or doesn't like strong shrimp flavor in general, it would be this one. Yeah. Let's see, I have a few more here to round out this review. This one is the peanut crackers. So this is rice crackers with tiny little bits of peanuts embedded into it. Supposed to be a little spicy, kind of spicy, not really that spicy. Pretty nice as a light snack. No other special notes about it. This is the other rice cracker with the sweet soy sauce. Pretty good, pretty basic to be honest, but good on the better side of basic as far as I'm concerned. Pretty nice. This one, Pacula, basically you're eating a chocolate bar sandwiched between wafers, which is actually really good. Only 6 sticks. That explains why each stick is 41 calories, because you're basically eating a solid piece of chocolate. It's not like the little thin little creams in the little wafers that you're probably used to. This is more like a giant stick, and the picture is accurate, but to refresh what it actually looks like, it's this. A giant stick of chocolate inside where it actually has a firm bite. The wafers on the outside is just there to sandwich the chocolate for whatever reason. It provides a nice crunch and it complements it, but you're mainly here for the chocolate, not for the wafer. Usually you're there for the wafer and not the chocolate. But this is actually really good too, really good. Would recommend. And last but not least, did I do the chips already? I did the chips already. Okay. Last but not least, the little candy cane with the little itty bitty candies. These are actually probably one of the best things in here. Funny enough. little 50 yen candy cane, probably 50 yen, with tiny little chocolates. Really crunchy, really small, really crunchy. Not a strong chocolate flavor because you can't really pack too much in these, but it's pretty good for what it is. So highly recommend if you can find this, grab like 100 of them or something on your next trip to Japan, from your next trip in Japan, and you'll have too many when you come back home. But would recommend if you can ever find them. Okay, I think that wraps up the review. I will finish my bowl of ramen here and some other snacks. I probably can't stand being out in the open overnight. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, excuse me. Sorry for the random coughs on stream. Apparently, I wasn't doing too well with that. But yeah. So, quick thing for before I leave for today. How long have we gone already? We have gone about 2.5 hours. Oh, I'm actually surprised. Usually this takes about that long because we have a lot of stuff to go through, and a bunch of stuff to comment on. I feel like it's not enough time, but at the same time, it's like, okay, right. Anyway, really quick for tomorrow. I wasn't really planning on doing a stream in the morning, but I will be doing a Dyson Sphere stream in the morning. So drop by if you just want to chill, if you just want to talk. For the most part, I will just be going on with my next part of the build. I'll be fixing stuff with the factories, gotta balance out everything because I didn't do that last time. So if you want to drop by and just chat while I'm doing that, feel free to. I'm not going to be doing it for longer than maybe a few hours when that happens, because I got to rest up for tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is the release. Excuse me. Tomorrow night is the release for Limbus Company. If you have not seen Limbus Company, it is a side game. Well, it is a what do you call this? It is a side story / gacha game for Project Moon. Project Moon did Lobotomy Corporation and Library of Ruina. So it's related to those two if you've heard of those before. If you want to check out that stream, we will be doing it tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. If you're subscribed to the channel, or whether or not you're subscribed to the channel, there's always that notification bell on the waiting room. The waiting room is already up in the channel if you want to check that out. And then I'll put up the rest of the waiting rooms in the next couple of days so that you know what's coming up for the week. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. Sorry about my voice today. A little stuffy apparently. And I'll see you all next time. Excuse me. I'll see you all next time, everyone. Thank you all for coming again. And glad to see you. Goodbye. Okay, moving to the stream deck. See you later, everyone. Bye-bye.